What if an interstellar object whirling through our solar system is actually a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by aliens to test how humans respond?
Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. For billions of years, 3I Atlas drifted silently between the stars, just a lonely fragment of some distant world. Then in 2025, it came streaking into our neighborhood, and nothing about it behaved the way it should.
A supposed comet is catching the attention of some of the nation's most renowned scientists, as one Harvard professor is raising the theory this may actually be a piece of alien technology.
Harvard professor Avi Loeb, and he dared to suggest something bold. Maybe this cosmic intruder wasn't a comet at all. Maybe it was a technological artifact. For a chilling moment, the question shifted from, what is it, to, what if it's watching us? It all began in July 2025. NASA's Atlas survey in Chile flagged a faint point of light in the night sky. At first, it looked like just another distant object, but when astronomers tracked its path, the story got weird. This thing wasn't orbiting the sun like the rest of the planets and asteroids. It was on a hyperbolic trajectory, just passing through, an interstellar visitor. This was 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object. The first was the cigar-shaped mystery rock, Oumuamua. The second, Borisov, was more like a classic comet. But 3I Atlas? It was different. Its eccentricity, basically the measure of how open its orbit is, was 6.14. For context, comets in our solar system rarely exceed 1, and it was moving at a blistering 58 kilometers per second. That's over 210,000 kilometers per hour. Way too fast for the sun's gravity to capture. A true one-way visitor, never to return. But speed wasn't the only shocker. What really puzzled astronomers were the strange secrets it carried. Right from the start, scientists couldn't agree on what they were looking at. Some telescopes, like the Lowell Discovery Telescope, reported a faint coma, a glowing cloud, kind of like a comet's halo. Others, including Alan Hale, co-discoverer of Comet Hale-Bopp, said they saw no cometary features at all. Contradictions everywhere. And then came the weird behavior. 3I Atlas was already active, meaning it was outgassing, when it was still 6 astronomical units away from the Sun. That's beyond Jupiter's orbit. Normally, comets only start waking up when they get much closer, as sunlight heats their icy surfaces. So why was this one active so early? Hubble's sharp images revealed a fuzzy, teardrop-shaped cocoon of dust. But here's where things got even stranger. The polarized light it reflected didn't match typical comet dust. The Very Large Telescope in Chile recorded an unusual negative polarization signature, suggesting the coma had a weird composition. And on top of that, no distinct dust tail at first. For a comet, that's almost unheard of. The puzzle pieces just weren't fitting together. And this is where things shifted from weird to downright mind-bending. Enter Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, the same guy who suggested Oumuamua might be an alien probe. When he looked at 3I Atlas, he saw red flags everywhere. First, the size problem. Early brightness measurements made it look huge, up to 46 kilometers wide. But for an object that big, its activity seemed strangely low. Loeb suggested maybe we weren't looking at a giant comet at all, but something smaller, maybe even self-illuminating. Then there was the statistics. If these massive interstellar objects are natural, we should only see one every 10,000 years. Yet here we are, spotting 3 in less than a decade. Loeb argued that was just too improbable to ignore. And the orbit? 3I Atlas was on a highly retrograde path, traveling opposite to the direction of our planets. That's already unusual. But even weirder, it was perfectly aligned with the ecliptic plane, the flat disk where all the planets orbit. For a random interstellar rock, the odds of that alignment are incredibly low. And here's the unsettling detail. Its path brought it close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, but it carefully avoided Earth. Loeb floated a chilling idea. Maybe this wasn't random. Maybe it was a survey mission. Then came his boldest claim. At its closest approach to the Sun, 3I Atlas would pass behind it. Loeb suggested this would be the perfect moment for a reverse solar Oberth maneuver. a kind of slingshot move a spacecraft could use to change direction while hidden from our telescopes. In theory, it could even deploy probes toward Earth, unseen. Suddenly, the whispers became a roar. Was this really a comet? Or was it watching us? But here's the thing. Science is about evidence, not speculation. And soon, more data started rolling in. Observations from Hubble and Gemini South tipped the scale. They showed 3I Atlas developing a clear coma and a faint dust tail. The early invisibility of the tail wasn't alien trickery, it was chemistry. This comet's activity was being driven mostly by carbon dioxide instead of water vapor, and CO2 is harder to see, which explained the strange early images. Tom Statler, a lead scientist at NASA, put it bluntly. It looks like a comet. It does comet things. As for the brightness issue, turns out its nucleus was much smaller than originally thought, and the extra glow was just dust making it look brighter. And the trajectory? Rare, yes, but not impossible. The laws of physics don't forbid it, it's just unlikely. And sometimes the universe surprises us with unlikely events. In short, the alien probe theory didn't hold up. 3I Atlas was a comet all along, just a very weird one. So if it's just a comet, what's the big deal? Why does it matter? Here's the real fear, that we'd miss the chance to study it. Because 3I Atlas isn't ordinary, its chemistry is unlike anything we've seen in comets from our own solar system. Data from JWST showed it had an insanely high carbon dioxide to water ratio, about 8:1. That's one of the highest ever recorded. This ratio is like a fingerprint. It tells us that 3I Atlas probably formed in a completely different kind of environment. Maybe a colder region, or a system exposed to higher radiation. Either way, it's a glimpse into the building blocks of another solar system. So no, it's not an alien probe, but in a way it is a message from another world, a piece of a star system billions of years old, drifting across the galaxy, landing in our backyard for just a brief moment. The lesson? Speculation makes headlines, but the truth is often even more profound. These interstellar visitors are time capsules, carrying secrets of worlds we'll never see. And their arrival is a wake-up call. If we want to truly understand them, we need spacecraft ready to chase them down, to study them up close before they vanish forever. Because the universe is vast, and sometimes it doesn't wait for us to be ready. It comes knocking. So what do you think? Is 3I Atlas just a comet, or could Loeb be onto something bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more deep dives into space mysteries like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, we've only just scratched the surface of what the universe has in store.